Team India will be desperate to bounce back in the third test against New Zealand starting Friday in November at Mumbai's Wankhede Stadium. The Indian batting lineup failed to meet expectations in the previous two matches. In the second test in Pune, the hosts chasing 359 were bundled out for 245 runs. Meanwhile, New Zealand has climbed to fourth in the WTC standings after beating India in two consecutive tests. They must win their remaining four tests to secure a place in the final. Following the India tour, New Zealand will play a three-match series against England at home. Meanwhile, the men in blue India finds itself in a tricky situation after losing the first two tests against New Zealand on home soil. This defeat has significantly impacted their chances of reaching the World Test Championship final. Currently, India must win all six remaining tests in this cycle to secure the top spot. If they lose any of these games, Rohit Sharma's side will need other teams vying for the top two spots to falter. All right, indeed, India correspondent Narayan Singh is joining us live to give us more updates on India's chances in the WTC final. Hi Narayan, after losing back-to-back two test matches, it seems like that India is somewhere low on confidence. And this is the third match which is going to take place between New Zealand and India at the iconic Wankhede Stadium. Tell us, what are the chances of India reaching the WTC final? Now they have lost back-to-back test matches and that too on home soil after many years. What will their intent going into the third test against New Zealand, who is high on morale after beating India on home soil in two consecutive test matches? And also, what should be their intent while going inside the ground this time around? Narayan.
Siddharth, if talk about the intent of this Indian team, as we know that the culture of the Indian team has been changed. It doesn't matter for them whether they are losing the two matches. They will play the attacking style of cricket. We know that in the past few years what they did, always playing an aggressive kind of cricket. Even they are not going for the draws. And if you take a look at the match against the Bangladesh, where it was washed out the first 3 days, and India won that match against inside 2 days. So they are always looking for a result. This is the stance of the in this Indian team. And talking about this match, it's not only about the WTC, but a prestige pride is also at stake for the Indian team, because they are we can say that can enter in a unfamiliar territory, because India never lost 3-match series, means a whitewash. They were never whitewashed in a 3-match series. Last time it was a 2-match series in 2000, that was against South Africa. But we can say that it's a very tricky situation for the Indian team. Also about the Wankhede pitch, as we know that on day one, for the first couple of hours, it always favors the pace bowlers, because we can say that a bit of grass on it, and it is also very necessary to have grass on it, because the pitch is totally a red soil pitch. If there will be no grass, then it will crumble very soon, and it will be very difficult for any team to play in that circumstances. But we are hoping that India definitely will bounce back. We know that we have a talented bunch of players. There is no doubt over their potential, no doubt over their talent, but they need to play to their potential and according to the situation. And if they do that thing, definitely India will bounce back. And the most important questions mark are over Rohit Sharma and the veteran Virat Kohli. And we know that the struggle of the Virat Kohli against the spinners in the past few years, especially after the COVID. So these are the issues the Indian team need to address. And especially if you take a look the last 8 innings of the Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, there is only a single half century by both the veterans. So their performance and their runs definitely matters for the team. If the two heavyweights of the game deliver here, definitely it will be, we can say that, challenging for New Zealand to win the third test also. If we talk about the second test match, where India at one point of time has a grip in the match when Yashasvi Jaiswal was there and Shubman Gill was there. They were playing the flamboyant cricket. But as soon as they lost their wicket, definitely India were at, we can say that, at the receiving end of the match. So these are the few issues, and especially reading the condition is also very important for the team, as they failed to read the condition in the previous 2 matches.
Definitely, Narayan, you've already used the word veteran for Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Now, let me just ask about the young blood which is coming into the Indian squad. You say Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sarfaraz also performed really well. How crucial will be their role in the third test match, to get India a win in this dead rubber?
Definitely, we know that this Indian team is going through a phase of transition, as the veterans of the game, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they are almost, we can say, towards the end of their career. And we know that the young breed, especially the kind of cricketer Jaiswal is, we know that what kind of cricket he has played, scoring 2 double hundreds for the India in Test cricket, and Shubman Gill too. So they are the pillar, we can say, the future of the Indian cricket, but they need to prove that they are on the same, we can say, same class as Rohit Sharma and the Virat Kohli. They have, we can say that Virat and Rohit has, the kind of contribution they have done for the Indian cricket is immense. So these are, we can say that the upcoming veterans, upcoming big players, upcoming great players of the India. For that, they need to establish themselves by winning, by coming back from the precarious situation like the Indian team is right now. They need to play their best game and show that we are the future of the Indian cricket. And we know that they have the capability and down the order, the way Washington Sundar did in the previous match against New Zealand, taking wickets. And so we are hoping that they have the potential, they have the class, they have the talent, but they need to show that at the Wankhede pitch, because it is a very important match for India. It is not only about the WTC points, but also about the prestige and pride of the Indian cricket team. And hoping that they will do exactly that thing. They will understand the condition. Especially we talked about the failure of the Indian batsmen to play against the spin. So these are the few issues they will address, and if they can address these issues, definitely India, we can say that has an upper hand in this match, and already they have the WTC points are also on their mind.
Definitely, Narayan. Let's also talk about IPL as well. It's a cash-rich tournament, and when IPL is approaching or it's about to come, people are very excited, especially in India. Such is the tournament, and such is the format, and such is the performances of the players. Now, Narayan, the D-Day is certainly here. Retentions for the upcoming editions of the IPL will be announced. Many players are expected to go under the hammer, and reportedly, Lucknow Super Giants have parted ways with skipper Rahul, and also we're getting reports that Delhi Capitals likely to see the release of Rishabh Pant. What are the updates related to it?
Siddharth, if we talk about the updates, the information has coming, as you mentioned, that Lucknow Super Giants have parted away with Rahul, and it was on expected lines, and it will be crystal clear when all the franchisees will submit their retainees at 5 p.m. to BCCI. And we know that the last time what happened at the LSG with the owner of the LSG and the Rahul, and also we know that they have already, the news is coming that they have retained Nicholas Puran for a staggering price of the 21 crore rupees, and this is just because the strike rate of the Nicholas Puran, look at his strike rate, it hovers around 190 to 200, and especially if you talk about the RCB match last year, it was around 300, and if you take a look, the strike rate of Rahul, it is around 120, 110. So T20 is a game of all about the strike rates, and it is also in the interest of the franchisees that they want the players who can just win the matches for them. And also the thing for the Nicholas Puram is that his flexibility, he can open, he can play down the order, he can play in the middle order. So we can say that they will go for Rahul is going under hammer, and the other retainees, Ayush Badoni, they have retained, as the news is coming from the LSG side. And if we talk about Rishabh Pant, as we all know that he is the veteran of the game in the recent times, the kind of innings he's played for the India, and it will be very emotional for the Rishabh Pant too, considering the fact that he played 9 seasons with Delhi, and last year also, when he came back after his fatal accident, Delhi Capitals generated a lot of revenue with the presence of Rishabh Pant, and this time around it's going to be emotional moment for if he goes under hammer for Delhi Capitals and Rishabh Pant too. And in the past we are hearing the news that many franchises are just poaching for him, because we know that what kind of class Rishabh Pant has, attacking player, who is the need of the T20 cricket. And many franchises, if he goes under hammer, will break the bank for Rishabh Pant. And also the news is coming that the Rishabh Pant may also, Chennai Super Giants is looking interested, because they want Indian wicket keeper for the life after MS Dhoni. We know that few seasons are left. We don't know whether he is playing this season, but for how long MS Dhoni will be there with the CSK. So they also want a replacement of the MS Dhoni also. So many franchises we can say that will go for Rishabh Pant in the mega auction that will took place.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Narayan.